Dope Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now we're gonna start with a little residue from the Anthony Joshua Povetkin fight in the heavyweight division. It's a good fight, 7th round KO for your boy Anthony Joshua. And we already did a video about what we think about it, and the residue. Haven't been able to check any of my favorite uploaders or anything like that. But a couple of things that are pertinent. I read some news, to see what people are thinking and what's going on. And some of the significant things, a couple of them. One is Anthony Joshua asked people, he said, hey, you guys do a poll. Who do you want me to fight next? Right? And he had 3 names on the poll. So I'm assuming that most people, because 60,000 people answered. Now I'm assuming that those are Joshua fans. Because I know you're not asking grown men to then follow the negotiations between him and Deontay Wilder. Because grown men will be like, get the hell out of my face with that. You know who the hell we want to see you fight. That's a dumb question. Insult my intelligence and all kind of stuff. So, I'm pretty sure those kind of people didn't answer. The fans that answered are probably Joshua fans and very casual at that. Right? So it's cool. So you asked it, now you got the answer. Nobody wants to see him fight Dillian Whyte. Okay? That's a problem. 4% of them want to see him fight Dillian Whyte from 60,000, which means it wasn't just 4% of 10 people, and we're about to get more. It's 4% of 60,000. That is a statement. Okay? That's going to hit home in Matchroom and all of them because that's who they're fighting on April the 13th. This was a question didn't even have to be asked. We know he's fighting on April 13th. Because Deontay Wilder's team is not listening to him anymore, I've told you, at all. You're not getting Deontay Wilder in England on April 13th. Could have had him on this fight. So that is a no-brainer. So that means, that's all you're going to have. So for me, that was very significant. Because I know, like I say, you're going to fight Dillian Whyte on the 13th. Or Chisora, because Dillian Whyte going to fight Chisora. If Chisora beats Dillian Whyte, he's going to look real good coming off of beating Dillian Whyte and Carlos Takam. So all of a sudden in England, oh man, I can beat Chisora and fill up a stadium with that. Probably that. Because who knows what's going to happen. Now, I told you another thing I'm going to say too. No one ever. The names on the list were Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Dillian Whyte. I would like to see Ortiz's name on there. I think Ortiz would have got more than 4% of the votes. For example, right? But anyway, so, obviously 54% and, Deontay Wilder. 54% of them wanted the Deontay Wilder fight, right? So there you have it. That's from Joshua fans. I'm not even Deontay Wilder fans answering that. They already know what time it is. You know what I mean? Whatever. So it don't matter. 60,000 fans from the poll that he asked says Deontay Wilder 54%, followed by Tyson Fury with 42%, right? Tyson Fury already came out and said, man, that dude is way too slow. It ain't, they're never going to fight me. That's what Tyson Fury said, straight up. In some kind of, I don't know if it was Instagram or something, he's already said, they're never going to fight me. I forgot what the name he called for him, but basically he's just lethargic and too slow, right? Paraphrasing here. It's not going to happen. They will avoid me. He's already came out today. He's rubbish to him. But you know how Tyson Fury is. Everybody's a bum except him. So, that's Tyson Fury for you. So Tyson Fury, he would be ready to do that too. But here's the thing when you come to Tyson Fury. Eddie Hearn has already came out. Frank Warren, they're saying that fight won't be 50-50 at all either. They ain't going 50-50 with Tyson Fury, right? So there you have it. That fight won't happen either, okay? I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're going to tell the lineal champ, even though he's had 2 years off, if he's to come back and beat Deontay Wilder, right? No matter how. If he beats Deontay Wilder, he should be 50% with anybody on the planet. He's beat Vladimir Klitschko when Vladimir Klitschko was Vladimir Klitschko. Hadn't lost in 10 years, right? So that guy takes those titles from that Vladimir Klitschko, right? And then Joshua gets the titles from after that and beats Klitschko after Klitschko had, close to 2-year layoff and was 41. If you would put that same person, somebody, a 2-year layoff at 41 years old and say, hey, Deontay Wilder beat him, what would he be? Probably be a bum, wouldn't he? But we don't do that. We don't do that here. It's not the same thing. You can act ignorant if you want to. The thing is, Joshua beat Klitschko, and he beat a pretty good Klitschko on that night. Klitschko looked good, but it was after he was already beat and on a layoff, and he hit the big 4-0. So, you know what I mean? That Tyson Fury, having done that, right, actually the lineal champ, hasn't lost in the ring, coming back and beating Deontay Wilder. You know, at some point, then Joshua's team should want that fight too. Enough to say, you know, I'm sick of all this. We can't get it because I want way more money than everybody. Then up 50-50 so I can get him on my ledger. That just doesn't have, that mentality is just not there because it doesn't have to be. That's why. So that fight probably won't happen then. That one's done because Tyson Fury is going to definitely want his 50-50 if he beats Deontay Wilder. And anyway, Deontay Wilder ain't coming back to the table with them. All right, so there you have it. We don't know what kind of fights he's going to have. That's why it's going to be Dillian Whyte. It ain't going to be Ortiz because ain't nobody mentioning Ortiz. Now think about that. Does anybody think about it, really? I mean, I keep mentioning it in all the videos. How could we talk all these boxers all the time in the mix, talking, boom, Jarrell Miller, Dillian Whyte, you know, shoot, everybody's popping up, right? But Ortiz's name, like we have a Cuban who's lost one time, and that's to Deontay Wilder, and was beating him, most of them people, right? Think about that. We don't mention him. Now, before I sign off, because I was going to do an extra video about it, but why, right? Throw it on in this one. One more thing that's very significant that happened at that Anthony Joshua Povetkin fight. You guys checking that out? For those of you who are thinking, well, remember Luis Oral King Kong Ortiz was behind on the scorecards against Deontay Wilder, right? People like, man, you know, they cheating in America, right? You know, Canelo Alvarez can't get a scorecard. Somebody had it a draw with him and Floyd Mayweather. Just these ridiculous cards. Well, here's one we can put up in there with it. Anthony Joshua was winning on all scorecards at the time of the stoppage, guys. Winning. I'm talking about, shoot, on 2 scorecards by 2 rounds. From those first 6, that means he's winning by 2 rounds, which means you gave him 4 and the other dude 2 from that fight you're seeing. And that was the guy, the people who were judging, that were closer to what was going on. Do you know you have one that didn't have it 5-1 rounds to Joshua? So there you have it. Povetkin had no shot whatsoever without knocking him out. That's probably why he was going for it. Right? That's probably why he was going for it. Can you believe that? Reminds me of something I remember, you know, see, I like to mention stuff like this so people forget it. Canelo Alvarez, right? Open scoring with Austin Trout. Trout wins 3 of the first 4 rounds, if not all 4. They tell him after round 4, you are not winning any. And then Trout has to change his game plan because he didn't win any on those scorecards. Open scoring, that's what they did. This wasn't open scoring. But imagine someone was watching that fight with Anthony Joshua Povetkin and had gave Povetkin 1 round. Others 2. That was going to happen. So let's just rejoice that he knocked him out so we wouldn't have to be talking about these ridiculous scorecards. But those are what happened to house fighters across the globe. There is no country that does, every country or every promotion company or network are cheating for their fighters. You know, and that's bottom line. So it would have to be something else to stop this. That's what we keep talking about. Exactly that. It just happens. You're just in the moment. They got human beings doing this that are influenced by, be it money, the crowd noise, when someone who's just throwing a punch and is missing, but still the crowd's noise, and then not listening to the silence when the crowd is silent, so you get a resounding ooh. That means the dude getting beat up, or the jabs that are hitting the other guy. This didn't happen in the Joshua fight because Povetkin didn't jab him, but I've seen it in other fights. When the guy who's supposed to be losing is jabbing the fighter at the home fighter, right? The favorite and all that, and the crowd is silent, that means that the other dude is beating him up. But it's hard for a judge to do that if they don't have headphones on and just totally focused. Pretty hard to do. But I'm just saying, those scorecards were another issue. So those are the things that are pertinent after this. Joshua does a poll, which I thought was a little bit funny, but okay, cool. If you want to really know who people want to fight, now you know. It's Deontay Wilder. It's not Dillian Whyte. And that's a surprise. Doing Sports Talk Worldwide. I'm about to here, y'all.